We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014. As you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL
no problem, bro. No problem. We good.
Yep. So much tradition.
Good.
Battle here. As it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the San Francisco 49ers. This out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
A first carry here for Jordan James. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's James. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fielded just inside the 30. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bears take over. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Williams. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. And it's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that will bring up second down. The Niners at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard and they played well all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again. Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. T. Higgins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find every more playmakers up. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
What is up?
To the air, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You look at this Niner defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run up.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Colston Loveland, 33 yards. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. around the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so now it comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check out.
They run it with James. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Intended for number 81. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Go! 19, 18.
Looking to throw, Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. McPherson now for the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
He'll air this one out from Mims. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
To the air, Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 33 yards that time. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring more attention to him as well.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Banjo. Cougar 19.
A play fake. Now Penix. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up a third down and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. He'll try to do it himself. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw, it's Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. Will try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
The 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in no problem.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
6 the Eagles, 6 the Eagles. Go.
Here's Penix. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Pick up a 15 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you might look at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
Let's go. Viking 18. Ready, ready.
On the ground, it's James. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jordan James, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
14. Bears 13. Jake Bailey set.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Bears first down.
Looking to throw is Williams. That's complete. Luther Burden. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down and 3. Williams going to look to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll try to run this one in. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Second and goal from the 1. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. Moore, the man in motion. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Colston Loveland as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McPherson on for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Working out of the gun, Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's got room. How about this? And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Williams pass intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Cardinals. Hey, check that.
James. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
This is 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Hawk, set.
And looking to throw, Penix. That's complete, right around the 8. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Move, move, move.
Back to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 6 yards away. And the Niners have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. What's good on the extra point? And that will make this a 4-point game.
Bears 24, Bears 20. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Williams. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll try and set up the screen. It's nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They knock down the numbers. There he goes.
Down inside the 10.
And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 15. Open man down the field. That's Burden. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Bears first down.
Throwing is Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Here's Williams. To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw once more, here's Williams. He's got his run back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
To the air, Williams.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to throw again. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
Bears first down. A gain of 14.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Bears are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard
Swift.
line.
No gain there, and it's going to set up a second and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
He'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
And you know it pains them to be this close. And you know they're going to want to go for it here. But they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a 1-score game. It's only logical.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second and 10.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now Penix. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 4. Penix working out of the gun here. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock down.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Up the middle they go. James. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. It's James. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Ready, set. Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To the air, Penix. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
To throw, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Williams going to look to throw again.
And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here comes 2nd down at 5.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it.
Complete at the 1. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's James.
And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what a